Good day and welcome to your favorite sport program on TV 360 Sport. My name is Mudashir Shitu. The next few minutes I'll be your anchor and we look at one trending topic that has been going on all social medias and in the world of sport. It's nothing other than the 2024-25 English Premier League season. It started on Friday the 16th of August and there's been so much about this particular Premier League, this particular league, and so much to talk about. But my guest today is a man that has done so well for sports in Nigeria, and he has been a follower of both Chelsea and Arsenal for a very long time. Beyond that, he is also a season ticket holder for Chelsea and for Arsenal. What that means is that he has the right to be in all the 38 matches he chooses in any of the leagues over. A lot of things a lot of Nigerians that will favor to want to be a part of. So it's good to have Mr. Yemi Edu, who is the chairman, Daniel Ford International. It's good to have you on the show, sir.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Most often time, weeks before the English Premier League in Nigeria, there's so much to talk about, and you see Nigerians, especially male folks, talking about the English Premier League, their club, and everything they expect in the season. But I also realize that it is not going to be compared to what is really happening over there. And you are over there in London, and what is it like when the English Premier League starts over there in London? What's the feeling of most football lovers? What do they do ahead? What's it like? Because I know that in Nigeria here, it's always a time to rejoice, a time to talk about, a time to keep aside for the opening season of the English Premier League. Can you give us, as a Londoner and someone that has been in most of the stadium or watched some of the matches, can you give us a feeling of what is it like when the English Premier League starts over there in England?
Thank you so much. Thanks for the opportunity. I must say that whenever the season is about to commence, you can feel the excitement. They look forward to the season. So I have a lot of friends that are Ipswich fans. They are very optimistic. But as the season pans out, you realize that reality will start setting in for everyone. But this season is going to be a lot tougher because you can see us now. We are very close last season, and the optimism of the fans is palpable. Tottenham have a very good manager, and they are well set up. Liverpool, we are not sure of life after Klopp. Man U and Chelsea, I dare say, are still in transition. But once the season is about to start, everybody starts hopeful, looking forward to a miracle, even the ones that are not so good. It's always banter amongst friends, family. Housewives know they won't see their husband as much again. I was at the first match at the Emirates on Saturday, and I was in Chelsea on Sunday. It was very good to see friends and people with seats around. I've had my seat for about 18 years in Chelsea now, and unless someone dies, they try as much as possible to retain their seat, or maybe they have to leave the country for one reason or the other. So it's always a time of hope, like Chelsea fans found out on Sunday. Reality will start setting in because Man City is very, very good, and I think Pep Guardiola is still hungry for success.
Okay. Yes, before we go into the football properly, in terms of commerce, because I think Nigerians, I wonder if you take a typical Nigerian person that's always expecting the EPL every season, I'm sure he's still not feeling half of what is really happening in England at that period of time. In terms of commerce, how does England or the whole of London or UK rather, how does it feel? Do they have the effect of the commerce effect of the opening season of the EPL?
Absolutely. Let's use Chelsea as a case in point. Chelsea Stadium has two hotels right in the stadium. Mm. So the stadiums are always booked all through the season. Mm. When you talk of transport, when you talk of stewards, every match day you have close to 1,000 stewards. You know, people walking on the grounds, people walking, you know, volunteers trying to ensure that people, you know, are in order. Then the hospitality boxes and seats. In Arsenal, there are about 160 hospitality seats. Each box, I beg your pardon, not seats, boxes. Okay. Each box for a 10-seater box, it costs £97,000 a season plus VAT. So football is huge business. It's not a joke, you know. Even people that have homes close to the stadium, they use their drives as parking, and you have to pay. You have to pay £10, £20 on match day. You know, policing is big, and the clubs have to pay the police for policing on the day. So if a club like West Ham, Chelsea, or, you know, traditional clubs like Tottenham, Arsenal are playing, there will be more policing on the day. You know, if Leeds is coming to London because they have very, very good history, you know, same thing. So in terms of the commercial and financial aspect, it runs into billions. Even ticketing, you know, second tier market, people pay crazy sums, £1,000 to watch a match, you know, and that's, I'm saying, per ticket, because the stadiums are full. If you want to get onto the Arsenal, Tottenham, or Chelsea season ticket, the wait could be up to 5 years for you to get on a season ticket. So this is big business.
Mr. Yemi Edu, as a season ticket holder for two important clubs, what brought your interest to Chelsea and Arsenal? Because I know right here in Nigeria, there are two different clubs with different mentality. What brought your interest? What was the first love in, was it Chelsea, was it Arsenal? And what brought the love about these two clubs?
Oh, point of correction, I don't support Arsenal. I only have their season ticket because a lot of Nigerians support Arsenal. And because my business, I have a lot of Nigerian fans, you know. Okay. So I use I have a box in Arsenal, actually. So I use that to host my clients. I have no sympathy whatsoever for Arsenal. Although it's my local club, it's very close to the office and it's very close to the house. Chelsea, I started supporting because of Ruud Gullit. And when Zola came, it enhanced the love. And when Celestine Babayaro was signed, that's just cemented it for me. You know, so Chelsea is my club. You can see from at the back of my seat, you can see when we won in Munich and when we won the Europa in Amsterdam. All my walls are full of Chelsea memorabilia. I was even in Azerbaijan when Chelsea beat Arsenal in the Europa final. So Arsenal is just strictly business. Chelsea is where their heart is.
Oh, okay. Now that we know that if there's any club that is trending right now, it's the Chelsea Football Club. A few weeks ago, or some days ago, our ex-international, one that spent almost all his career in Chelsea, talking about Mikel Obi, said there's so much happening in Chelsea that's far away from the time you joined Chelsea, from the time Abramovich bought Chelsea. There's so much. What's going on in Chelsea? Because, you know, they were surprised to have lost the first game of the season. And what's going on in Chelsea?
Well, like every club that has gone through a major change, there would be situations that are totally out of your control.
Okay.
When Sir Alex Ferguson left, mind you can see that they are still in transition until to date. Okay. When Wenger left Arsenal, you would agree with me that they are still building. You know, they've still not won any major trophy. They've not won the Premiership or even come close to the Champions League. So these are expected. We just hope it will be sorted out as soon as possible. Then again, these fringe clubs are not sitting on their oars as well. Brighton is becoming a good side. Newcastle are good. Liverpool have shown themselves. and Man City have really stabilized. So I'm not concerned. I am hopeful because the owners are backing the club with money, and it's just to get the chemistry together.
Okay. So now, do you think this is also as a result of, you said so, but what impact or how huge is the fact that Abramovich left Chelsea? Was it something really felt in the club? Was it something that the typical Chelsea fans wanted him to stay, regardless of government removal or whatever is going on around Russia at that time? Was it really big, huge differences as since Abramovich left? Was there an effect that yes, Abramovich left, or the citizen, or rather the club members were sympathizing with the fact that how was the situation when it was announced that Abramovich is no longer a shareholder with Chelsea Football Club?
Well, Abramovich had been in Chelsea for close to 2 decades. He has brought Chelsea to where to the world recognition. So there's no doubt it's like losing a benefactor. Most fans were really disappointed and unsure of what next. You remember that at a point in time, even the club was at the principal. It was like that was the end of the club because if this American buyer had not come, that would have been the end of Chelsea. So Chelsea would always remain grateful to Roman Abramovich. He made us, champions of, even World Cup champion, Champions League. He changed the club, changed the mentality. I think he even changed football in England. He goes beyond Chelsea. So no doubt, if someone as driven as Abramovich leaves an institution, any institution, you will feel the effect. And it's not a copy and paste. You don't just come with money. He came with his own, he had his own philosophy. There's no way Abramovich would still be in Chelsea and Chelsea would not have won something in the last 3 or 4 years. He's a winner and he had his own style. So the fans really felt it. But we are thankful we still have a club. We still have a club and we have owners that are ready to put money in the club.
Okay. And regardless to this, what's still holding you? It's been years you joined Chelsea. So what's still holding on? What are you still holding on to? What's that thing that still keeps you in that club? Because we know sometimes here in Nigeria, it's very easy to see somebody's a Chelsea lover, a fan of Chelsea last season and is joining us now. I don't know, but there's some that have been there for so in Nigeria too. They've been members of a particular club for a very long time. But what's that thing that still keeps you in Chelsea? That you have your own office with the old photos of Chelsea and you're a season ticket holder. What's that thing still keeping you on to Chelsea?
No, in England, you don't have a choice. Once you make your choice, you have to stick to it. You can't change football club. Okay. It's something I've passed on to my children, and it's something they will pass on to their children. My neighbor is a 98-year-old man. He's been with Chelsea since the age of 9. So you're talking of 89 years, 89 years ago. So you don't have that
luxury or
privilege or luxury. I find it strange. It's very, very on English or on football as we are concerned to change club. Where do I start from? I can't even think of what club, on what basis would I? And there are fans and there are supporters. Supporters will stick regardless of the situation. Some people can be, I don't even know how you can say you change club. It's not in our mentality. We can't do that.
So now looking forward, now let's look at this season properly. The English Premier League is something interesting. We see Man City has proven, Arsenal over again. It's very difficult to determine the end from the beginning, but there's permutation, there's expectations, there's logic we can use. Like, we know that last season was about Arsenal and Chelsea. I'm sorry, Arsenal and Manchester City. This season, what to be the top four, the top three? Are we expecting a Liverpool after Klopp has left? What are we expecting from Chelsea again? Do you think Arsenal has got what it takes to continue? Is the Man City still the same Man City with Guardiola and the rest of them? What permutations should we be expecting this season? Or you also mentioned Brighton. Should we expect something new? Or should we expect another Leicester City in form of Brighton winning the league? What's your own expectation as the league starts?
I think the first two will be between Man City and Arsenal. And the subsequent positions are up for grabs because we don't know what's going to happen to Liverpool after Klopp.
If you're going to not say, should it be the regular Champions League, what would the Champions League slot be like after Arsenal and Manchester City?
Like I said, they are for grab. I can't even tell you that Chelsea will make top four because there are just too many players that have come, a new manager, a new environment. And again, you need a little bit of luck. Injury, your striker scoring. But if I'm going to hazard a great guess, obviously 1, 2, that's City, Arsenal, not in any order. I would say because Liverpool has a very, very good foundation, I think they will still be in the top four. And hopefully Chelsea will join that quartet.
Now, as a City ticket holder, what's the benefit? I mean, what's the benefit? You have a AO season 38, not just for Chelsea that you support, also for Arsenal for business reasons. What's the benefit of having a season ticket? I mean, what's the benefit? What comes?
It gives you the luxury. I wonder how people live in London and they tell you they've never seen a live game. When I say I have season ticket, I don't have one season ticket. I have various. I have about 9 seats in Chelsea. You know, so because you can't watch football alone, you have to go with friends. You have to go as a group. You know, you go with the children and all that. So for me, you know, it's a day out. It's a day to, you know, you look forward to every game with optimism. And when it doesn't go your way, like I'm back there on Thursday now. I was there on Sunday. I'll be back there on Thursday. We have the Europa Conference match. So for the fans, it's a big deal for us. It's a big deal for us to watch a live game. Because my seats are hospitality seats, it comes with food, it comes with very, very good food and dining. So even non-football lovers are my guests and they look forward to joining me to see a match.
Okay. Lastly, before I let you go, you've done so much for sports in the country. You're instrumental in doing so well for chess. We know that very obviously, and also for table tennis and football. How can we get the best of these? Is there a time we should look forward to Nigeria getting the benefit of all these things we've just said? Or how can Nigeria grow to become at least as good as what is going on in terms of sport in UK?
You see, football is big business. Nigeria was there, and that was what gave me that initial exposure to live football. Stadiums used to be full, but you can't do things in isolation. If you want people to fly down from all over the world to watch a game in Nigeria, you have to look at the calendar. That is why you will never see a Clasico, you know, clashing with a Merseyside derby or a Manchester derby or a London derby. You have to position your league to happen when they are not conflicting sports. You cannot have Olympics and World Cup on in the same month. You know, this is big business, and TV is big business. So we have to look at it, you know, holistically. And it's business. It's not a government endeavor. So you have to look at it and look at what people want to see. People fly from all over the world. They stay in hotels. They travel by taxis. They dine in restaurants just to watch 90 minutes of football. And when they can't get the tickets, they are ready to pay 3,000, 5,000 pounds just to watch a match. So you need to attract a very competitive league. Refereeing is very important. Administration is very important. when you pick a date for a match, you can't change the date because someone has paid to watch that match. So it's big business, and people must, whoever is administering it, they need to come together and understand that I would stop at under a bridge to watch a good football match. You know, we have flown everywhere you can think of in the world. I've been to the last 6 World Cups just for football, and there are so many people like me. So if you are able to put something together of quality, I assure you that people are out there that would want to see.
Yes, thank you very much, Yemi Edu, for your time and for your support for not just Nigerian sport, for African sport. And it's good to let our viewers across the globe watching us on YouTube or wherever it means that you have the brain behind the chess for Deborah Quickpen, everybody here in chess and all that, and also for table tennis event that just ended I think a year ago, that a major table tennis event at the Telsim Balogun Stadium. I don't want to put you on the spot by asking what's your next project in putting sport forward, but we know that there's something coming soon. We just want to say a big thank you for being part of today's show.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, I've been speaking with Yemi Edu. He's the CEO of Daniel Ford Foundation based in UK, and he has been doing so well to continue sponsoring sport. And as you know, he's a sport lover, and he has done so well for the promotion of sport in not just Nigeria, in West Africa and in Africa. And that's all on today's program. I'm Mudashiru Shitu. You can join us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on X account, and not forgetting Instagram, to drop your comment about my guest or what we've discussed today, so that the conversation will not just end on TV, it will continue on all the social media platforms that you have, TV 360 Nigeria and 360 Sport. I'm Mudashiru Shitu. Enjoy the rest of your day.